First things first, Filoni makes a
Cameo.
cameo. What I actually want to find out is who's the next brother. Guys, jump in the comment section below and let us know. For some reason, I'm thinking it's Pablo Hidalgo.
We are live.
We are live.
We are live.
Did I say welcome to the main event?
Run that thing right now, are you mad?
Oh, man.
Behave before you talk about what I'm talking about, yeah?
Disclaimer.
Run that thing back. Nah, man, stay there in your corner, man. Run that thing back, fam. I don't want to hear nothing from you.
We are live, guys. I'm Joe, 1/3 of the Cyber Nerds.
And I'm Revenue GS.
So, Mr. Blitzstick.
And we're back for the review of Chapter 10 of The Mandalorian Season 2. Do I even say seasons anymore? Do we just say Chapter 10?
It's not seasons.
It's just Chapter 10.
Yeah.
Just Chapter 10. Now, make sure you're a part of our chapter by pressing the subscribe button. Do that. Please, you get me. Hit the thumbs up, share the video, all of them things there to all of your other Mandalorian friends and Star Wars lovers. And even if they don't love Star Wars and they don't love Mandalorian, you're sure they're probably going to love free nerds like us. So share the thing.
You're definitely going to love Sam.
What are you man saying about the episode? What happened?
Opening sequence, pretty lit still. It kind of subverges your whole, what do you call it, aspects of the rest of the episode.
Subverges.
Yeah, like, it just, that's not actually the word I'm looking for, but you know what I'm saying, innit?
No, I don't know what you're saying. Don't touch you. I don't know what you're saying.
Subverts.
Oh, subverts.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that's the word. Because obviously, like, man's always either holding precious cargo like the yodeling, or
That's
he's...
not cargo, fam.
It is!
He's family now, bro.
Yeah, well, to us, he's family. But to the rest of the universe, they're like...
Okay. You're talking about the universe. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. The rest of the universe is still after him. And also, the Mandalorian himself is also a target. So, it just goes to show that this guy's life, he always is more or less on the run and has to be going more or less at full speed.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, off the back of that, I really think that just the intro shows something that Mando's stepping into that he's not. I don't think he's come across how deep he's going with just being with the child, and I just have a feeling that it's just gonna get deeper, and because of that, you just definitely have to bring deeper characters into to help Mando.
I hear you, but I don't agree because I feel like it's in the first 8 chapters. Yeah. Bruv, everywhere man goes, there's people onto man.
Yeah.
Right now, it starts with people onto. I don't think it's worse. I think it's the same.
So?
I just feel like they're just reminding us that there's people onto you. That's why they wrap it up in like 30 seconds. There's people onto you. It's just another day.
Yeah,
at
it's
the Mando.
another day.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bruv.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I don't.
But that's just the feeling I'm getting that it's getting worse. It's gonna get worse for him.
I mean, it's obviously gonna get worse, but
We'll see.
I feel like man's good. Like I feel like he's good. You get me?
He's definitely more on his toes because when the speed bike comes through the thing, his reaction was a lot faster than previously in terms of like people more to me. Like I'm on my toes a lot faster than before.
Yeah, bruv.
I think because man's geared up now, isn't it? Like, he's reached out all
That also helps. That also helps.
Obviously, with the previous episode in the bar, I don't think he would be that confident if he had the missile-ting. Like, obviously, he would have stepped to man regardless, but since he had the options of taking on multiple people, he'd be like, this is no longer too much of an issue. And also, that's Beskar?
Beskar,
Yeah. Like, that saves man's life so much now. With the reflecting lasers and stuff.
I mean, that's part of who they are.
So it's kind of mad still.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like, bruv, man's just prepared, fam, for all smoke at all times, bruv. That's it, man. I thought this episode was good. Yeah. I don't even know where my mind was going. Because I'm trying to think of, like, everything happens after that.
Right.
They get back. They're on the hunt to find more Mandalorians, obviously. And then man ends up getting stopped by 2 X-Wings and then it goes down.
Which I think the interesting part about that is that obviously where it ends, it feels very rebel-ish. Like, so obviously first things first, Filoni makes a cameo. What I actually want to find out is who's the next brother. Guys, jump in the comment section below and let us know. For some reason, I'm thinking it's Pablo Hidalgo, but it looks a bit different from Pablo Hidalgo with the white beard and stuff. Unless he's put that the lockdown COVID weight. I don't think that's Pablo Hidalgo, but that was the first person I thought it could have been. But if you do know who the next person in the X-Wing is, do let me know as well, because I actually am very interested to find out who that person is and what he does in the Star Wars. Because obviously, if you were to make the cameo, you must be some Star Wars god up there, innit? So do let me know.
The thing I thought was interesting is obviously I think this is like I don't want to say our first, maybe it is our first interaction with like the Rebel Alliance after the thing, and it's like they're like a police force, but I guess they was a bit more polite than stormtroopers. I feel like that was the scenario, and I feel like they went out of their way to show how different they are from stormtroopers. Like stormtroopers would have just pulled up, yo, what's the thing? Oh, you ain't got it, destroy, man. But it was like, nah, look, we don't want to destroy you, we don't want to shoot. Boom, boom, boom. Gave man bare chances. He's still on the run, and then at the end of the episode, I knew it was them shooting straight away, because I was just like, yeah, it just makes sense that these guys would just come back and save man. Exactly. One thing that I didn't know is, see, I thought that they were just going to save man because they just save people anyway. But the way they tied it back, so I think it was like chapter 5 or chapter 6, where they did the prison heist and saw that he was actually a good guy, and that's why they was giving him a blight. I thought that was interesting. Do you get what I'm saying? But
you know what? Like, when it's funny because when we was watching that, I was like, I legitimately thought he was like a new character stepping into the scene. And I was like, there's no way it could be those guys. But from what you're saying, it's very interesting how they've chosen to show those two sides. And obviously because he was like, oh, I don't need the beacon. It's like, oh no, new rules. And with the new rules, obviously there's new people in place. They're running, things differently. And it's quite interesting how they've implemented that, because from the first season, or from the first chapter that we've seen, they're run down, they don't care. You see my guy slapping up the child. Do you know what I mean? And now...
stormtroopers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then now you see them like a whole different approach. Oh, they're asking for credentials or for the beacon. It's like, oh, I don't need it. It's like, oh, new rules. Boom, boom, boom. It's like, oh, on the second, you know what? Show me this, because we're actually looking for these type of people. And it's like, oh, my thing is not running. We got the whole time. And it's like, they're very kind of like polite about it.
Yeah.
And that's quite interesting how they decided to show that from what we've been given from stormtroopers.
Yeah, I thought it's the kind of best way to just show like the changeover, but at the same time, I feel like Mando knew what going like. Yeah. He knew
he was trying to be smart.
Yeah,
he was trying to be smart.
They used man's ship in the heist. Like he knows his ship's got charges and warrants. He weren't trying to give it up to. Do you know what I'm saying? Like he's on the other side of stormtroopers and the Rebel Alliance. Like
man's just neutral.
Yeah, bruv. Yeah. Whoever's in charge is after him. Period. Anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
So he's just trying to get by. Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, fam.
Another thing that's interesting off the back of that is us seeing Mando's flying skills. I really appreciated that, especially when, as soon as the X-Wings, the wings open up.
Yeah.
I don't know about you lot, but that tickled me, because I don't think I've ever heard an X-Wing open up and the sound is just mad. Like, this goes hand in hand with obviously everything that we've been given, but the levels of productions that we're getting that we never got. And I think that's something that needs to be addressed and be like, yo, you man, I see what you're doing. Do you know what I mean? Because it's the smallest things that man will appreciate. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, and he's flying, yeah, man. Like, I don't think I've ever seen Mando flying like that before.
What? Episode 4?
Bro, not like this, bro.
When he faced the other dude, and I was like, the space looks a bit weird. But you remember the episode, the opening scene?
And I was gonna say that as well. I feel like man like Mando and these lot, bruv, man's a pilot, fam.
Yeah, he's
like,
been on this.
Do you get what I'm saying? And I'm starting to think here that it's not even like that he's a sick pilot. It just feels, I think it's just that stormtroopers and like X-Wing pilots, they fly in a very procedural way.
Yeah, like training. It's training.
Yes, bruv. And I feel like that is the difference. Like when you're talking about the Han Solos, the Mandos, the Reys, the Anakins, it's their ability to just you know what I'm saying? Freestyle the thing, bro.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what makes them nicer than everyone else.
Now, another thing to add to that I was saying that I don't think we've ever seen that is because right from the beginning they take away the space jump.
Yeah.
They take that away. So now there's that particular scene where he just dives through the clouds. Fam, man, never seen that.
No, you never seen that.
Do you know what I'm saying?
but-
Like he legitimately like it's almost like you stole the car
Yeah.
and just let it just take its course, but you're just now navigating because that's something they couldn't do like manually. Do you know what I mean? That's just natural. And this is where I'm coming from when I'm saying, yo, I've never seen this when it comes to Mando.
No, man's a nice pilot. Like I said, like even that whole scene as well, man just outmaneuvering them and just know what to do with his own ship. Like, not that we've not seen those kind of scenes before, but I just know that he's a nice pilot. But I don't know, there was something from that scene that was kind of missing. Like I feel like
The shooting.
I feel like, but obviously then he taking them out would also put them
That's
on
skill.
the.
You see
that
how
list.
that's skills,
Yeah,
man.
so
Like,
he kind of knew that as
yo,
well.
he
so that's
could
kinda
easily
mad.
be like, oh, they've clocked me. It's a shootout.
Yeah.
Or it can just be like, switch everything off, dive.
Yeah,
Because
but-
that's something they wouldn't do.
Yeah,
or
but
it
that's-
takes them longer to do that.
That's part of him as an individual because obviously we even said in last week's review that he never escalates the thing. Do you know what I'm saying? Escalation gets brought to him and he uses the countermeasures that are appropriate. They didn't shoot at him, so
Yeah,
he didn't
warning
shoot
him,
back.
saying, "Come on, don't do
And
this."
the same
that's
the
a
same
good
way when man was in the Fight Club, they brought weapons to him, so then
he had
man
to bring
brought
it-
weapons back. Like
Yeah.
he never escalates. He always just meets with the appropriate resistance, bro.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
like,
yeah,
I feel
yeah.
like
Makes
that's
sense.
just part of who he is, bro. Get me? I thought that was tough, bro. I thought it was tough that they brought in. Do you know what? Yeah. What's wrong with this youth, bruv? Firstly, the yodeling thing, fam. Like,
See,
Man,
I
bro,
don't.
he's just a child, isn't it?
bruv, it's not man's a child, bruv. Because if you go back to the first season, yeah, man's out there eating frogs, like, eating bare stuff, bruv.
Yeah.
So like now, like, bruv,
Is diet something part of him?
I don't know,
Like-
bruv. Man's never seen like Yoda, and I'm going to Yoda because obviously Yoda's the same species.
Right.
I don't think we've ever seen Yoda eat. It may be in a he has a bowl or something
In
episode 5 or something
yeah.
like that when he's with Luke. But like
No,
like,
I think he takes Luke's bar or something and he eats it.
something
Yeah,
like
one
that,
of
fam.
Luke's
But
snack.
we've never seen man eat just like the yodeling just eats live things, bro. Things that are alive all of the time.
Right.
Go on.
And okay, so here's a few things that I've clocked about this episode. And again, going back to comparing to Yoda, we've always seen Yoda speak. He doesn't speak their language yet. Yeah? The whatever the language is. Yeah? It's all
Whose
babyish.
language?
I mean, the language that we can comprehend.
I don't know if he can't.
No, I don't think he's got there yet.
I'm saying I don't agree.
He's developed. I don't
I-
think he's developed.
And I'm saying I don't know if that's right. This kid seems like the kind of kid to get to the end of season 3
Yeah.
and then just start talking and be like, oh yeah, I understood everything the
That's-
whole time. But do you know what I'm saying? Like that, I could see that happening.
But these are the things that I'm. Do you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Do you see where I'm coming from?
yeah.
Then, bruv, like you've mentioned before, he's always eating something. Yeah. And he just can't help it. So is it the diet thing that helps him grow? That's why he's just
gotta
on
eat.
edge to eat anything that's alive instead of being a dead meal.
Oh no, the force in it, bro.
Because he just can't help it. And I know he understands what Mando's saying to him.
100%,
Definitely,
fam.
yeah.
Man's telling him, yo, don't eat that. Don't do that again.
That's is what I'm saying. Like,
Like, dude just sitting there, just, I want the tank thing.
Yeah, he's in his teenagers, isn't it?
Like, and
Can't tell me
I
nothing.
know you understand what the frog is saying to you, bro. Yeah, these are the last lines of my family, bro. And you're just out there yamming the thing, bro.
Nah, it's
And
mad.
at the same time, it's fun seeing him just.
you know what? Yeah, the part
It's
that got
mad.
me is when man moves the tank and he turns around and he already had one.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, you thought you got me in it, fam.
Oh my
Bruv,
God.
nah, it was moving
Well,
mad.
Second
second
that
time,
too.
he's got the cloak around him, bro.
He's mad, you know.
Like, bro, like
What
I don't know,
time?
but there is. I think they are slightly giving us step by steps to understanding his growth and how his people are from babies, even though he's 50 years old. And there's something that you also brought up earlier on. It's like, how does time work for them? Because he's 50, clearly majority of the time is older than people around him. So how does that work for him? Like, visually?
Time wise, yeah. Like, is a day like an hour to him? Do you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, it's mad, like. But the thing is, there's that with so many Star Wars characters, because obviously, like, someone like Maz Kanata has been around for 1,000 years. You don't know what species, how they age, all of that, fam. Even when it comes to Mandalorians, bro, I said it before. I feel like in Mandalorian culture, there should be a thing where genetically, men and women are exactly the same, and that is why, like they are a true warrior culture, fam. Because I feel like if you start adding stuff like that, Disney go and take my thing, bro. It's free for you. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, when you add like those kind of things to it, bruv, it makes the universe even sicker, bruv. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's all
it makes
mad,
him
fam.
unique as well from the rest. Look at him, bruv.
And I love in this episode they like, obviously they're always putting creatures. Star Wars and creatures is always a thing. Do you know what I'm saying? And they don't just give us the one creature that they're trying to get to their planet. They also give us the spiders that are very similar to the spiders that show up in Rebels, and like. It's actually mad because in Rebels, like, these spiders approach Kanan, innit? And Kanan responds with, like, aggression. So they're aggressive back. But then if he was to chill, they would have been chilled. But obviously, in the scenario that we're in, the Yodeling goes and eats one. So there was no coming back for that.
Nah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, and then it just turns into an all-out horror movie, fam.
That's what I liked about this whole episode, where, like I said at the beginning, you just feel like it's going to be like people just chasing that Mando who's coming back to say, I want to see where more Mandalorians are. And obviously he's now with this prisoner, the frog lady. And obviously she's like, I'm trying to get this.
She a frog?
Well, that's what he
said, I don't speak frog.
I don't speak frog, innit?
That's what he said.
Nah, that was just a racist comment on his part.
Mad
You know
too.
what?
I'm just running what he said, so
I'm just saying, bro, does she look like a frog, bro?
If you don't know, to me, she looks more like a
lizard, bro.
Lizard,
or a gecko, fam.
There you go.
I'm trying
Chameleon.
to remember. No, I'm trying to remember the species, the name of the species for lizards, geckos, all of
Like
that.
a reptile.
It's
amphibians.
That's it, amphibians.
Yeah, but frog is is amphibious, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what I'm. Yeah, bro. But anyway,
So
bro.
bad.
She don't look like a frog to me, innit? So I feel like that was just racist.
I don't think that's racist, though, innit?
Why'd you not? He hated droids.
Yeah, but then
2 weeks ago, he hated droids,
You
bro.
called him droids, innit? But I don't think he hates
Droid.
frogs. Like, if you hated frogs, you'd be like, I ain't taking no frog nowhere, innit?
Nah, but it's not that, bro. It's just like, oh yeah, I don't speak frog, bro. Like, what? Like,
He was just
that's a
saying,
whole
like,
dialect,
and
bro.
then he
Like,
tried
that
to-
man just dismissed, bro.
And he tried speaking another language, didn't connect. Alright, cool. And I was like, alright, this is going to be like another, I need to transport hair to hair without using hyperspace.
I'm not saying man's racist. I'm not saying
But
he's
his
racist.
remarks are ignorant.
Yeah, bro.
Ignorant, yes.
Yeah, bro.
Alright, yeah.
Droids aren't allowed to work on my shit. Sounds like segregation.
But
I don't speak frog. Bruv, I'm just saying, like.
The universe is huge, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
some people do.
Yeah, but it's not what he's saying, it's how he said it. Like, I don't understand that language.
Yeah.
I don't speak frog. Like, bro, they're two different things.
I can hear you on that. I hear you on
They're
that.
two
So-
different things, bro. That's mad, bro.
It's mad. I hear you on that.
Hey.
Still. But yeah, so it seems like the usual missions would go through, and then all of a sudden they go into this cave, and then Yoda starts to sniff out and eat one of these eggs. I'm like, this might be some trouble here. But when I start seeing the whole cave turn into legs, fam, I'm like, yeah, this is a horror thing right here. And I'll just start, my whole skin started, oh no, it was too much.
It was it's Prometheus and Aliens,
Too
fam.
much. Yeah,
as
the
soon
alien
as
vibe. Yes.
as soon as I saw the thing, I said, oh no. Then when it zoomed out and I saw all of the little eggs, bruv, I said, yeah. It's about to go down, fam.
And then that whole cave,
I loved it, yeah.
like, it was all black.
I love the scene, bruv. I love the scene. The way the big spider came out,
Oh my
both of
God,
them, and it was
no.
on job, bruv, and I loved it, fam.
But it's such a cool thing what they're doing with the Mandalorian series is that you can they are legitimately putting every single genre that we can think of, cowboy or like western, horror, like, and it just shows, depending on what part of the universe you're going within the Star Wars universe, this is what you're going to get. that is so freaking cool, bro.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because like you hate it.
Yeah, bro.
Because exactly that's how I guess you. Some other people might
Like,
be like, oh, like they might vibe to it.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
But at
yeah.
the same time, they put the elements or characters or whatever it is that we can go back now. geeking out, fam. Let's go back to Rebels. Kanan, yeah. Kanan has, and you got to also plug in
Ezra.
what do they call it? The Bendu.
Oh, the Bendu, yeah.
Yeah? Who teaches him, yo, tap into the Force and these law will be cool with you. Now let's go back to this child. Yeah? He's eating everything. Like, bruv, I really think that there is something about this kid. Like, he's eating the eggs, now he's eating something. And these whatever spiders, whatever they are, like, I don't even know what they're called.
I don't know what they're called either, bro.
But I know these men out here just plotting.
It's the living force that man's eating, bruv. That's what they call it, the living force. He eats living things, bruv.
Bruv, I can't put my finger on it.
The
but
thing is,
I know
did
these
you
men
see
on
him
something.
eat some of the dragon? Did
What's
he eat
that?
the dragon? Well, you know when they cook the dragon?
No, I didn't see
No,
it.
I think he was on top of
He was
it.
eyeing it up, but
No, in this episode,
In this
at
episode, by the beginning.
they're cooking it, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you see him eat the cooked food?
no.
I don't think so.
Alright.
That goes back to me.
I'm just saying,
when
man.
I was saying he don't
might
eat
own, yeah,
dead
bro.
food, fam.
Like, bro, the thing is, he's like an apex predator at this point, fam.
Bruv, how many times have we seen the child eat?
Bare
And
times,
every time
bro.
he
It's
eats
something live.
alive, fam. It's there, bruv. It's there. These men just out here just planting the seed, bruv.
Look, ladies and gentlemen, if you got theories, questions, queries, I love this series because, like, we're watching it this week. This review comes out, and we've got the whole week to talk about in it. So jump in the comment section below and let us know about the names of these planets, the names of the insects, just everything. Go hard on the ting. And obviously, if you liked the episode, tell us why. If you didn't like it, also tell us why. All of that. Other than that, I'm Joe, one further the Cyber Nerds.
Revenue GS.
So, Mr. Blitztech.
And we'll see you next week on the next chapter of The Mandalorian.
I forgot something. I wanted to ask you guys, what planet do you think a husband is at?
I don't know.
And do you think that particular planet we're gonna get more characters based on where it is?
I don't.
Just because of this trip, it's gonna take him elsewhere, plug him with someone else.
I feel like that's too hard to say, bruv, because of how big the universe is, bruv. And the planet they said they're going to is in this system, but not too far away from Tatooine, bruv. So it's like, man could say you only have got knowledge, yeah. You've only got knowledge of the planets that you know, innit? So mine, I would be like, oh, maybe it's Naboo because like, but I don't know if Naboo and Tatooine are in the same system because obviously that's the planet where they've got half is under water,
yeah.
where Jar Jar and them man are from, and that's one of them. But also, if you go back to Clone Wars, they've got that planet that the whole thing is water, and they could be going there.
Where the prince, the prince takes over the.
Yes, that it could be there, bruv. Like, but that's to say that it could be a whole brand new planet man's never seen, and that's what I'm more inclined to. Like, I wish that in this show they just keep visiting bare new planets and just scope out the world more anyway. Like, but yeah, man,
Look at him.
scope out the comment section.
Scratching the egg, bro. He's like,
disgusting,
yeah.
We'll see you next week.
Peace.